Happy Monday, guys. This is Riri. I come to talk to you about what I have either read in the blogs, watched on TV, or heard in these streets. Today, it is about what I have watched on TV and also heard in these streets, guys. This is about Chantel and Pedro, okay? The family Chantel. No, this is not a review over the season. This is just my thoughts on things because when I get online after watching a majority of the season and reading about what's going on in the blogs as far as them now being, in the process of going through a divorce, I am so sick of looking at people's reviews stating as if now all of a sudden Pedro has used Chantel. Here's my thing. Okay, here is my honest thing. We have to stop with this matter of when an American and a non-American no longer works out, that it automatically means that they were there for green card. We have to stop with that. Yes, that is the case sometimes, but that is not the case all the time or even majority sometimes. Like, you have to look at each situation differently, because if you go to cry out that someone is using someone for papers all the time, then when there is a serious matter, it's going to fall on deaf ears, okay? We are not going to act as if Chantel did not contribute to the falling of her marriage, that this was only on Pedro. We're not going to act as if Chantel's family did not contribute to the falling of her marriage, and this is only on Pedro and his request of a green card and his family. Let's go through a couple of facts here. Number one, Pedro and Chantel were married for more than 5 years. If I want to recall correctly, I think it's about 6. Okay. Now, his green card he's had for over 4 years, meaning that he could have left her a long time ago, regardless of whatever claimed red flags that they are trying to allude to. He could have left her a long many years ago, and he is still stuck around, period. He does not have his citizenship at all. So at any moment, it can be his residency can be revoked the same way that it could have been revoked a couple of years ago. So the argument of, oh, we're making it look more realistic is just ridiculous. Now, 5 years is enough time for, to be honest, for it to be like, okay, like, yeah, this was clearly a little bit more of a chance of this being real, and may limit the chance of, deportation, but it doesn't eliminate it completely. So let's stop with that excuse, okay? This man put up with Chantel's family, while Chantel's family has continuously accused him of wanting a green card, while Chantel's family has disrespected his family, even his grandmother in the Dominican Republic, while he has fought Chantel's family verbally and physically. The sibling has tried to fight Chantel. The mother Chantel has gotten into it with. It has been a constant case of Chantel and her family looking down on Pedro's family. Even if it is warranted or not, it is not okay. You don't look down on another person. You don't. You do not look down on another person. You add in, and because of them looking down, it's always been this air of, I made you. You're nothing without me. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. If Pedro was a woman and Chantel was a man, and they were exuding that type of superiority, let's be clear, everyone would be in an uproar. Everyone would be in an uproar. So it is definitely not okay for Chantel and her family to do the exact same thing. It is not okay for Chantel, who has never met Pedro's father, to now go and use his father's pain against him in an argument. Oh, you're just like your father. What does this argument that we're having about cleaning having to do with me being just like my father, a man that you do not know? I don't even know. So let alone you don't know. And when would that ever be okay to hit that below the belt? When? In any aspect, because at that moment, you've just revealed that you lack nurturing, and you just revealed that I can no longer confide in you with my deepest pain. No, like, let's not act as if Chantel did not have a part in the demise of her marriage. And now that he wants out, you now try to say, well, I want you to stick around, as if you wanting to stick around changes the years of dysfunction on both ends that has taken place, even down to recent dysfunction of you showing up at his job event to embarrass him in front of his coworkers that he has to go back and answer to. If someone was to show up at the hospital to embarrass you, you would be disgusted. Like, that's not okay. And you're damn near 30 and you're old enough to know better. So for Pedro to be like, okay, that's the last straw, because now you are trying to destroy what I've worked hard for, is a problem. And you do not get to use what I brought you here as a way to keep someone. You don't get to use that. Both families are dysfunctional. Both. Just because Pedro comes from a single family home and the poor parts of the Dominican Republic does not make your family above his just because you come from a two-parent home in America. Both family has showed to be ghetto. Both. Chantel, even the infamous fight that took place at the dinner table 4 years ago, it was started by you. You came to your family and told them what you assumed Nicole had called you or had said. Why would you take marital problems to your family at a table that you're supposed to be having with your in-law, and then get mad when a fight breaks out? What did you think was going to happen? You put your husband and his sister on the defense. Who does that? You showed very immaturity many times that you could not handle your affairs without your family. So now you're saying that, well, I stood up and I was like for you when everyone was against you. They were against you based on what you were telling them. They were against. I do not think that Pedro at this point is leaving Kurt now because, oh, well, you know what? I don't need her no more. He didn't need her anymore years ago. Let's be clear. He didn't need her years ago. Chantel just finished nursing school, just. So we can't say that she was taking care of him if he was the only one working for years. And so what is your rebuttal? Well, she brought him here. So what? So what? Well, they had this show because of Chantel. No, they had this show because of both of them. Let's be clear. We were more invested into Nicole and her ridiculous relationship with the boyfriend and the mom than we were into Winter trying to get her groove back. We did not care about Winter's dates. Majority of the episodes of this season and last season centered around Pedro and his family. Let's be clear. If Chantel was to get a show alone with just her and her family, it would be boring. We do not care about Winter's dates. We don't. Sorry. It was a dysfunction of Pedro's family that kept this going. So the very thing that you're ridiculing is the very thing that actually kept you guys relevant. Let's be real. So that's all I wanted to say, was that both parties contributed to this. It did. And did it break my heart as Chantel cried at the end? Yes, it did, because no one wants to hear of a divorce, but we're not going to put this all on Pedro. I'm just not willing to do that. Sorry. So let me know your thoughts down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.